Hello budgeters, welcome back. Today it's going to be an informative style video where I share with you sinking funds. If you are on a journey to financial independence or financial wealth for you and your family, this video is for you. You need to know what a sinking fund is. Not only will I teach you what a sinking fund is, I will show you examples of how you can start saving your very own sinking funds. If you're not already subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. This way, whenever I upload any new videos, you will be one of the first to watch my videos. A sinking fund is a longer-term savings account for anticipated expenses that you may not be able to cover in the month that that expense is due. This is not to be confused with an emergency savings account. They're two different things. For an emergency, that's strictly for things we don't know that's coming. The sinking fund are for things that we do know are coming. For example, Christmas. It's not an emergency. Yeah, it might sneak up on you a little bit, but really, did it? It comes the same day every year. We know it's coming. Start a sinking fund. I start a sinking fund for Christmas in January. Cars, they're going to need new brakes. They're going to need maintenance. So it's not going to be a surprise when your car needs new brakes or a battery or a starter, etc. We know that cars break down. You might have semi-annual car taxes where you live. I have them. And right now, this month for me, it's $198. That's semi-annual. Twice a year, I get hit with a $198 car tax bill on a car that I already paid tax on. That's a whole other story. But I know that it's coming, so it's really not an emergency. This is something that I could cover with a sinking fund, but I'm at the point now where I can just cover it in the month that it's due. So for me, it's not a sinking fund now, but it used to be. Lastly, if you're a homeowner, you're gonna need a new roof. Your chimney might need to be inspected. There might be a plumbing leak of some sort. These are things that will happen. Your house is not just going to go damage-free, no issues for the whole term of you living in it. So, figure out how long you're going to live in that house and try to figure out what you might need to save. At the bare minimum, you can just start a sinking fund, and so that when an emergency happens, you can actually have a head start. All right, so this is how you're going to figure out how much money you need for a sinking fund. This is not a foolproof way to figure things out. It's just a good idea. So we're gonna figure out what category we're going to, determine how much money we need for. We'll start with Christmas, and we're going to say, okay, Christmas comes in December, and it's currently going to be July, so that means we have 6 months to save from now until Christmas. So then next we're going to come up with how much money might we need. So we're going to list people or things or activities that we do, and we'll come up with an amount. So let's say collectively between mom, dad, and kids, and we'll say that there's a Christmas party. We'll say the Christmas party costs $200 to host. We'll say that mom and dad will spend a total of $200 on them, and we'll say for our kids, we'll say we have, 3 kids. We'll spend a total of $600 on the kids. I'm just making something up so that it's an even number. This is going to mean that for Christmas, we're going to need around $1,000. Now, some other things I didn't consider was like Christmas tree, Christmas decorations, outside lights, anything else that you might do during the season, Secret Santas, etc. Fit that all in this budget. But let's say we need to come up with $1,000. Now we divide it by the amount of months. So 1,000 divided by 6 months is going to mean we need to save every month, including this month, we need to save $166 per month. So that's going to go directly into our sinking funds. And I'll show you, you can save that money one of 2 ways. There are 2 types of sinking funds that you can use. I highly recommend for beginners that you go ahead and use cash envelopes. This is what I did when I got started. I don't use cash envelopes anymore. I use a second method, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But I would stuff the envelope. I just got it from Dollar Tree, nothing too fancy. I mean, you could decorate it. You could order envelopes from Etsy. There's a lot of things that you can do. You can also like write it fancy, get a calligraphy pen, whatever you need to do to keep yourself motivated. So you put the money inside of your envelope, and then you keep track of how much you added right here on the back. So this is very simple. I have moved on to the next method because I don't want all this cash anymore. I've been saving money for a while. I don't want it in my house, especially because I go online here and I say, hey, I have money. I don't want anybody to get the wrong impression and think that my house is worth breaking into. Because, sweetie, please. Anyway, what I will have in a cash envelope, probably always, is just for my water bill. For my water bill, it's due every 3 months, so I just save every month and then I take from it on the 3rd month. So this is never going to accumulate a lot of cash, like $100 maybe at the most. So that's why I'm willing to keep this one in the house, but all the other ones, they're in the second method. The next method is the method that I use now because I'm no longer a beginner and I have been saving for a little while now. So this method is online savings account. There are a few different online savings accounts that you can use. The one I'm going to be showing you in particular is Capital One 360. Through Capital One 360, I earn 0.75% on all of my savings that I keep in my account with them. Now, if you have, I believe it's over $10,000 in savings, you can earn 2%. And that's way more than the regular banks are providing or offering right now. So I highly, highly recommend it. I don't just recommend it to you guys because I'll have a link below, but I'm recommending it to you guys because it's what I recommend to my friends and family and coworkers as well. I really have written it down on Post-its for a coworker because I really just believe in it and I use it every month. Through Capital One 360, you can have several different accounts and you can label them. That's what I really like about it, is that you don't just see your separate accounts with the amounts, you can actually label them so that you know that money is designated for something special or something in the future, rather than you just thinking you've got money in all these different accounts. The two only downsides that I could think of, if I'm being honest here, is one, it was a little difficult to set up. I was setting it up, but I wasn't quite understanding how it all worked together. And so I did need to call their customer support line, but they explained it. It was easy, walked right through it, and I've never had an issue again. It's user-friendly once you understand what's being set up, because they want you to set up all these separate accounts. So you're thinking to yourself, like, where's this all going? Like, how am I making these accounts? I don't know. I just didn't see the big picture, but they walked me where I needed to be, and it was really simple after that. The other downside, which I think applies to all the online savings accounts, is that it's strictly an online savings account. So you're going to link this savings account to your regular checking account. But the only way you can get your money is you'll have to wait, like, I think it's 4 to 6 days for the money to actually transfer and be accessible to you in your checking account. But sinking funds are not for just like withdrawing, so you can go buy an impulse purchase. You know when you're going to need your sinking fund, so you can, take it out when you need it, and you'll have the money when you need to pay the bill or whatever it is that you're purchasing with the money. You'll have it in time, but just know that in advance. I've been using Capital One 360 for I think almost 2 years now, and it's totally changed the way that I save my money. I think cash sinking funds are great. However, I just feel a lot more comfortable not having my money in my house, and I love having it separated and categorized, and it's earning money when it's there. Now, granted, I'm still in baby step 2 through Dave Ramsey, I should have mentioned that at the beginning. I'm a follower of Dave Ramsey. So no, that's not a religion or a cult. It's a money guru who has these baby steps that you follow. So if you're interested, look him up, or I'll link some information below. Actually, I do have a video called What is Dave Ramsey, or Who is Dave Ramsey? And I will put a card up above. As a person who used to love to spend all her money, this is a really great tool because it's out of sight, out of mind. And if I do happen to log in and see what I have, I know that it's designated for specific purposes, so I don't ever get a false impression that I have a lot of money to spend. Comment below with what kind of a sinking fund that you want to start for you and your family. Whether it be saving with cash or saving online, I hope you see the importance of a sinking fund and how it can help propel you to your goals, to live debt-free, and to just be overall financially wealthy. If you like this video, make sure you like it. And also, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. And lastly, follow me on Instagram, and I'll have that below as well. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Take my horse to the old town road. I wanna ride until I can't no more.